Hi, welcome to Scott's Inverts. So I'm Scott. These are the inverts. My t-shirt is a little bit inappropriate, but I will show you it at the very end of this video. So if you've got any kids watching, just remember that part. How to get our humidity up in our enclosure and how to get it up in those burrows and those fossorial species enclosures. Also, how to keep moisture around the plant roots as well that we've got in our enclosures using plastic bottles. Ooh, I know there's a lot of fossorial species out there that require additional water in their enclosure. Now, I am not for one for thinking, oh, well, let's get the water and pour it down the burrow and the spider will be happy. It'd be absolutely swimming. So for me, that is just not the way I want to go forward. I want to create a moist atmosphere and a moist surrounding and a moist substrate for our spider, and this is the way that I think we might be able to do it pretty damn well. If you can see any improvements or negatives, as always, let me know down in those comments. But for now, let's check out humidity, or how to create extra humidity inside of our enclosures. So first things first, if it's a fizzy pop bottle like this, you're going to need to wash it all out inside. I like just to try and cut these labels off, as well as this one's going to be a lot easier to show you. Take the label off, boom, chuck that away. A lot of these caps come with like two little plastic prongs in the UK, so they actually stay attached to the bottle, but with a pair of snips they can easily come off, or a heavy duty pair of scissors. See if this one, or if you're like me, you can get your cap. If you just twist and pull, it comes off just as simply as that. Then what you're going to want to do is going to want to get your knife and cut it. Now, you want to cut it, it doesn't have to be perfect, so do not worry about getting this perfectly flat or anything like that. The point is, we want to be able to get that like so and put it into our enclosure, making sure we can take the cap on and off. And I'll show you what I mean right now. So just ignore the fact that this enclosure is dirty. It's one of those I'm going to be setting up pretty soon. So your bottle here, if you just literally leave that cap as loose as you possibly can, and we want to put it in the back corner, which is the front corner here. If you're not using any bio balls underneath, then you're going to want to put a couple of pebbles or something underneath just to hold it up off the very bottom of that enclosure. But if you imagine that you've got bio balls all the way across the bottom with your netting, or you've propped it up on a couple of stones just like this. So just work with me just for 1 second, because I haven't quite got enough bio balls. But if you imagine that is your bio ball layer, your bottle top can go onto there, your bottle you cut down, and then we simply just put substrate around it. Now, we can cut it right back to here and make it a lot smaller for a smaller enclosure, like so. So that can go just like that with your cap, which you just want to leave real loose. And then all we do from that is literally just go in and fill it all up with substrate. Now, it's important that we remember to leave that cap on, because when we're topping up, when the spider or your invert's playing around in there, it doesn't get any substrate down into that hole, possibly blocking it up. But we just keep going with the substrate. So we've got the substrate to where we want it. We've got that bottle top just there. So it is as simple as just unscrewing it, getting your water and pouring your desired amount in. Now, what I would suggest is get it about 3/4 of the way up your bio balls and then stop there. But what this does is absolutely amazing. This water will then seep upwards, because it can't go down, it can't go out, so it's going to seep upwards through the substrate, through your moss layer, whatever you've got on top, be it orchid bark or whatever, and it will just help keep that humidity down in the substrate, as well as giving you humidity in your actual enclosure as well. Now I'm going to put a little bit more in just because I can. Now what else we can do for small enclosures, just get one of these, pop it out. You can get these from ant shops and things like that, and you cut the end of that off there, keep the plunger attachment, and then we just use that instead of using that pot there. You can use a straw, real small straw for the smaller enclosures, or you can find smaller bottles and do the same thing. So we've topped it up. We can see the amount of humidity that's down in the bottom already. Now if you have got that bio ball layer, it will hold that humidity for a little bit longer. So we come back, we screw the top on, and we get some Mr. Moss. Now Mr. Moss can just go straight over the top of it. Maybe you want to put a piece of orchid bark there too, and it hides it. You can't see that bottle top that's in there, which, you know, it doesn't really bother me, especially with the smaller enclosures and the smaller spiders. But when you've got your showpiece and your show tank up, you want to kind of cover it up. What you can do is with that bottle top that's just there, you can get tiny pieces of moss off and actually hot glue gun it straight onto there. Or another, imagine we've got that in the enclosure and we hot glue gun that on the top. Now they're not glue gun together, but I'll show you what I mean by doing this. So we just loosely, very loosely put that top on, but imagine that's there, we've got loads of Mr. Moss around it, but on the top of that we glue gun that piece like that. And then you know what we can use that for? A water dish. Absolutely awesome. Such a simple idea, so easy to set up, so easy to do. I'm certainly going to be doing this in a lot more enclosures than what I've actually got them in at the moment, just purely because it saves you a lot of time. Keep checking that substrate to see if it's damp. I mean, if you come around the side, it's already starting to come down here, and you've seen that the bio ball packet that bottle's on is only a small one, but absolutely perfect. Boom! So that was that humidity video that we've just done, literally using just water bottles. You know, one, we're recycling these because we're using them again, and two, these are readily available. You can kind of buy water for what, 50p to £1. There is a lot more expensive ones out there, and there's definitely alternative brands to what you've seen today. If you're using fizzy pop or juice or anything other than water, please rinse that bottle out really, really well. But yeah, if you want to go and use, I don't know, let's say a deeper fossorial substrate, maybe one that's twice as deep as this, there is those square water bottles that are about a foot in length. You can use those, and of course the bigger enclosure increases the size of the water bottle. Now I hope you really got the idea of that, because I only just showed you it kind of with the bio balls in the bottom, because I didn't want to do a full layer in there because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be using those enclosures for yet. So I didn't want to kind of set them up almost and then have to take them apart, or effectively. But I think with the moss on the top and your orchid bark, we're always going to keep that moisture down in the substrate where it's meant to be, as well as slow evaporation into the air around your spider or your invert as well, inside your enclosure. If you want to know what humidity is in depth, Dave's Little Beasties did a cracking video on humidity, so please go check out his channel and go and have a look at that video. It's absolutely awesome. But this is my take on humidity. If there's any errors with this procedure, or if you can see any areas of improvement, let me know down in those comments. Critical comments is just as welcomed as all those positive ones. If you see something we're not doing right here on Scott's Inverts, I want to know straight away. And if I think it's absolutely crucial going forward, I will also pin your comment to the top. So no matter how much you think, oh, I can't put that, Scott or whinge, no, I won't. I will learn from that and move my hobby forward with it. And I'll also pin your comment to the pinned comments down below. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. The Peterborough show is just around the corner. We're going to film for our channel right here. We also film for the Invert Show's official video channel as well. And in fact, if you comment on there, 9 times out of me, it's me that actually comments back to you as well. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. So if you come along to Peterborough, come and say hello, come and say hi. If you can't see me, I will definitely be hanging around Spider's table a few times through the day. So come and find me there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Shall we show the inappropriate t-shirt? If you've got children watching, turn them away now. It's not as bad as you think, but still, I'm a bit conscious. So, woof. I know what you're thinking. It's not my taste. It's the enemy. The wife bought me this t-shirt, so I have to wear it every now and again. You know what it's like if your partner buys you something and you think, yeah, this is one of those moments. This is a moment. So, but I've got to wear it. So I wear it around the house. So she thinks, oh, he's wearing the t-shirt I got him. Fantastic. Keeps her happy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, we shall see you again on the next one. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button.